Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Wow, I had so much fun on Jason's show. I hope you could join us over there. I'll put a link in the description box. But one of the things that came up was this February 17th. Now, I've done a video. A few astrologers have warned us about February, and I did a video, and it didn't look like anything too spectacular was happening. And what it uncovered in the reading that I did, that something will happen and it will create rivers of tears. And it has something to do with the Neptune and Scorpio, Saturn at 0 degrees Aries, conjunct 0 degrees Aries. And of course, that's an eclipse that day. That is the first day of the wild fire horse Chinese astrology starts. Lots going on that day. Now, is that the start of something? Perhaps nothing actually happens on that day, but the energies start to work, right? So it's just like I always teach you on this show, the planets, this has nothing to do with astrology, this is just nature. The planets themselves don't follow our calendar, they don't have a watch. The planets, their energies are like sunrises and sunsets, moon rises and moon sets. They build up or they diminish over time. It's not like, oh, boom, boom. Even though we have these degrees, the energy, so the planet might be in 0 degrees Aries, but the energy is still in 29, 28, and because we're sun setting out of there, and then the sun is rising in Aries or wherever it is, and it's building up. And it actually, in my studies that I've learned, it takes 2 or 3 days for it to actually build up. So even if it's 0, 1, 2, it's actually not significant until it's at least 3, and really roaring in the symbology of the house by the time it reaches 7. All right. Uh, and That's just so. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is February 17th might be the same. It might be the sunset of one era and the sunrise of the next era. And as we know, sunrises can take quite a while to activate. So what energy is coming in on February 17th? So something might not exactly happen on February 17th, but the energies could start to rumble on the 17th. And just like a big major earthquake is never really a complete surprise, there's rumblings before it happens, or volcano. There's rumblings before it happens. Very rarely it's a complete surprise, and if it is, it's because no one was paying attention. All right, it's just like your hunger. It builds up. You just don't all of a sudden go, well, if you're busy, and all of a sudden you might go, hey, I'm hungry. But naturally your hunger starts to build up. All right, so February 17th, what is going to be activated on February 17th? What is going to be activated on February 17th? Ooh, I don't know if you guys remember I did that reading, something about the Pope. um, there's going to be some kind of religious element to it. Could that be astrology? Now this is Taurus, and Taurus is an earth sign. Could it be something in one of the religions? The sun, oh, interesting. An eclipse that day, and the Empress. We have 3 major arcanas, so something big is going down. Something is definitely going to start that day. I think it's going to affect the earth somehow. Um, Both of these are Earth cards. Look at this is actually Taurus. Well, if Venus is Taurus and Libra, but with this being Taurus, um, I'm wondering if it starts February 17th, but we don't really see anything until 2 months later, till it's in Taurus. And 2 months later, on April 17th, oh boy, have we got trouble in Aries. I'm not kidding you. So I'm wondering if the energies start February 17th, and then Taurus would be April 20th, and April 17th is even scarier than February 17th. I was looking into it. Um, yeah, I think there's going to be multiple things going on. And as like we say, we already know the tropical astrology. We already know it is the start of the Chinese New Year. There may be things going on up in the sky, right? We might be having really wild dreams. We got, I think there may be a tsunami, and I'm going to tell you why. We have a lot of earth symbols here, but look at the big waves behind there. Like the earth is moving and it's moving the waves behind. And there's that 8 of Pentacles, and that showed up as well. I think it'll be affecting a lot of people somewhere where people work. Justice. Now we have Libra. So where is Venus that day? Venus seems to be quite the player. The Venus is right behind, coming up right behind in Pisces. It's not that far off, actually. Um, with the South Node, North Node, North Node. As I say, I'm not an astrologer. I just know enough to be dangerous. Um, hmm, hmm. I'm thinking what's going on here. Cups, Queen of Cups. I think that there is, I'm going to say there's an earthquake with a tsunami. And I'm going to say that um, I'm going to stand by the original reading that I think we're going to see, there's going to be somebody famous or well known or celebrity or some such thing that passes away in that. There's the tower, guys. The government's going to have to help people. Some people are going to consider themselves lucky. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we might see a collapse of a big corporation. Maybe that's what all the rivers of tears were, is that the corporation collapses and thousands are put out of work. We might see something like that. We absolutely might see something like that. We might see like some kind of shutdown. Um, and this is between February 17th and April 17th or April 20th. We definitely could still see some winter. Something is coming. Something is coming. other people are planning about it. They've already planned to go into their bunkers underground. Page of Swords. Yeah, I think we're going to start to hear of people planning um, to go underground. And there's going to be lots of stuff on the internet. Don't believe everything you hear. I think that we are definitely going to see a couple not make it through this. Now, this is Gemini. Once Gemini comes, everything seems to be calmed down, and there's the star as well. Okay, and this actually goes along with all the personal private readings I have done. Like I said, I've done 50 of them up until now for 2026, and the majority have a rough first start to the year, but their second half of the year from July on is really nice. And a lot of things come to them, and it almost feels like the big emergency part is over. Now, I wish I could tell you what part of the world this is going to be in, and I don't see anything that's real that's standing out. Probably agricultural, somewhere where there's farmland, because that's what Taurus is. Taurus is the bull and rules agriculture. So somewhere where there's farmland. We don't have too many mountains in here, and plus, how you going underground is generally not necessarily mountainous areas. We don't have too many mountains here, so you might be safe in the mountain areas. And again, if you look at the eight, again, I think it's somewhere like agricultural, and there's the big city in the background. Now, people can there can be like suburbs, right? So 50, a little town of 50,000 is definitely not in a big city, but severe damage could come to that little town. Um, I don't know if it's on the ocean. I mean, it could be. Like when you say, like, here's a card that has mountains in it. Here's a card that has mountains in it. But I'm not getting like, the fool, he's actually on a mountain. I see them in the distance here. So that's another reason why I think this is going to be in the middle somewhere. Mid America, I'm getting. I'm not getting that it's like in Italy or during the Olympics or anything like that. But I'll do another reading on that for sure. Even the Empress card is in a field, right? Field and forest. Um, but where would it be that it's flat enough that it would cause like big, huge waves? Mind you, though, you could have a significant inland earthquake, and the ripple of it can also cause significant waves. But I'm not getting a lot of floods here at all, because if you look at the Temperance card standing above the water, you look at the Star card on top of the water. So I'm not getting like significant flooding action at all. There's lots of water cards in here that could indicate that, and I'm not getting that at all. Um, the Magician. Some of this might be man-made. Some of this might be man-made. There might be a red flag or a psyop around this. Anyways, I think we got the Tower card. Something's going to happen. Hand of God. Perhaps then other people could step in and decide to use it for their own benefit. And um, just watch for that red flag and psyop. All right. All right. Well, just wait till you see April 17th. We're going to see leaders tumble big time. And secrets will be revealed, leaders will tumble. The potential for war creation is, I think, a big pressure point in 2026. Thanks for watching. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.